We all thought he'd gone. He's not been around for about 6 months, but he is back. None other than that flat earther from Australia, and now into a new conspiracy theory. Welcome back, Mitchell from Australia. Now, when Mitch disappeared for about 6 months, I thought he'd finally realised that flat Earth is a dead duck. Well, instead of keeping quiet, as would probably be sensible, he's decided to get into another conspiracy theory. Oh yes, none other than
mudfloods.
Mitch, I'm not sure that that's a good move. If I was you, I would run along again and carry on just
fumbling your didgeridoo.
Roll VT.
I'm in Sydney City with these beautiful old...
I see you shiver with anticipation.
buildings. It's very obvious whoever built this.
Planners, architects, construction crews.
Whoever built this was extremely intelligent.
Well, that rules out flat earthers, doesn't it?
The planning was exquisite. The building was exquisite. These were intelligent people.
Yep, because if they weren't, it would look crap and it would fall down.
Why on earth would they have windows halfway in the footpath?
Really?
Why on earth would they have windows halfway in the footpath? Does not make sense. And had to dig them out. Look at this. So there's grates because can't see in this one. There's actually another level beneath these windows here.
Well, I don't know, Mitch. Perhaps it's a basement?
You can just see there. And a step half in the footpath. Look, there's actually another level down there.
Well, slap my ass and call me Shirley if the basement isn't an entirely different level.
Why are these windows half buried? I don't get it.
Just like you don't get the fact that the Earth is not flat, that there is not some glass dome firmament, and space is really rather bloody big.
Why have they gone to so much effort to put a window down the bottom, half buried in this building?
Well, I feel like going out on a limb here, Mitch, and I'm going to hazard a guess that it's to let light in. That's just a wild stab in the dark. I'm surprised you haven't had one of those yet.
Now it's all the way along here, and they slowly taper off.
Funny that, as the land slopes downwards and the building remains level, the height of the windows changes.
But it's pretty obvious that they're all the same level.
Many Bothans died to bring us this information.
And you can tell that this building is pretty old. One of the first buildings in the city compared to all these other old ones here.
Yeah, around 100 or so years ago, they didn't build too many glass and steel skyscrapers, did they, Mitch?
I've been pretty sceptical of mud floods because I've never really experienced what I'm seeing here. But it's pretty obvious that something's not quite right.
I think you're right, Mitch. Something is not quite right. 000 in Australia for emergency medical assistance.
Now I want to show you this one over here.
Run, Forrest! Run away! Hurry!
This one just takes a cake. Now yeah, there's another level down there. But Look at this. Beautiful windows, half underground. And they've had to dig it out and put a grate here so it didn't cave in.
So are you suggesting, Mitch, that they only dug those out to stop the earth pressing up against the windows? And I think they put the gratings there to prevent flat earthers from falling down and thus seeing that there is such a thing as gravity before they break their little necks.
Beautiful windows, half underground. Why would anyone do that? Look at this beautiful building. It's obviously been planned out. It's always been built by intelligent people. Intelligent people don't do that.
Ah, I'm sure that intelligent people are actually watching YouTube channels such as Nathan Oakley, Sleeping Warrior, and dare I say it, Mitch from Australia, to do some learning about things like flat earth. You may be wrong there.
It's quite obvious this building was here before this hill.
Mitch, we need to address this mud flood idea. 2 questions spring to mind. Firstly, where did all this mud come from? Secondly, from whence came all the mud? Now, I realise that's actually the same question, worded slightly differently, but it was such a biggie that I thought it was worth
Asking twice.
Now there's one down here that is just unexplainable.
unexplainable.
Now if that doesn't tickle your fancy, look at these ones. Look at this. Look at this. 4 stories down, there are windows.
Well, Mitch, my explanation is going to be because there's more than one basement level. That was difficult, wasn't it?
And they've had to dig this out to put windows there. Why? It's ridiculous. You see windows. 1, 2, 3. I'm standing on the 4th story of this building.
Perhaps you should tell Eric Debay about this. He could do another video, 200 proofs that buildings don't have basements.
That'll be riveting.
You see the rest of the city down there is down to that level. Look, all the way along this building. Why have they gone to so much effort to put 4, you can't really see that one. This one here. 4 stories of windows here. It's ridiculous.
I'll be honest, Mitch, coming from a flat earther, I don't think I could put much store into your opinion as to what's ridiculous.
Anyway, thought I'd just share that with you, and something on top too. So this said it got opened in 1927, but it's obvious that this building is much older than.
Well, if the plaque says it was built in 1927, why is it obvious that the building is much older?
Almost 100 years. And look on top of it. Another building's on top of it.
He's having a go at the upper floors now.
So that brick was obviously not around when this was built. So 1927 would have been the opening of that building on top of this building.
You total twat waffle. Mitch, the earliest bricks come from around 7000 BC. The settlements around the city of Jericho. What on earth makes you think that the bricks weren't around before the 1920s?
This building was here much longer than that.
Is it? Well, let's have a look at a bit you filmed a couple minutes ago. We can see that it's number 89. We can see it's the Royal Automobile Club of Australia. And with a bit of Googling, it turns out that's North Macquarie in Sydney. So how about a quick look at their website? Here we go, Royal Automobile Club of Australia. I bet they've got they have got a history page. Well, let's have a quick squint at that. 1913 to 1922. In 1922, the club also purchased a site in North Macquarie Street, Sydney, which was to become its permanent home. Architects H.E. Ross and H. Ruskin Rowe were commissioned to design the new club, and work commenced in 1926, which seems to tie up quite well with it being opened in 1927. Now, Mitch, I'm right across the other side of the flat plane. Damn. Now, Mitch, I'm on the opposite side of the globe to you, and with only those few clues, I managed to locate the building and find out when it was built. How much research do you do? None, and I counted it twice.
Pretty obvious there's two buildings here.
No, Mitch, it's just a style. It's called the interwar commercial palazzo style. And as you can see, there's several examples here, all that happen to have been completed between the wars.
The bottom is much older than the one on top. Well, that brick wasn't there when that was first built, and that sandstone. So we're on mud floods, just experience it firsthand, don't know what to think of it.
I do. I think that your mud flood theory has about as much appeal as the last chicken in the shop.
Make up your own mind. Go and see it for yourself, go in an old city. Look at the buildings, look at the little windows. And just ask yourself why.
Yeah, why did you bother to come back to YouTube and post that sort of crap? While you're thinking on that, big thanks to our amazing members, patrons and subscribers. I want to give massive thanks to all of my supporting members and patrons. Thank you all so very much. Thanks for joining me today. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe. You know it makes sense. Until next time, stay sensible.
Shut up and sit down.